The Microsoft Accessibility Checker verifies your file against a set of rules that identify possible issues for people who have disabilities. This demonstration will show you how to run the Accessibility Checker in a Word document. After you run the accessibility check, you will get a list of results. The Accessibility Checker classifies each issue as an error, a warning, a tip, or intelligent services. An error is content that makes the document difficult or impossible to read and understand for people with disabilities and must be corrected. A warning is content that in most, but not all cases, make the document difficult to understand for people with disabilities. A tip is content that people with disabilities can understand, but that could be presented in a different way to improve the user's experience. Lastly, an intelligent services issue is content that is automatically made accessible by AI and that you should check for accuracy and context. I will demonstrate how to use the accessibility checker with a lesson plan created as a Word document. To run the accessibility check, first on the ribbon, select the Review tab and left click. Next, you will select the Check Accessibility box, and that will run the check, and you will get a list of results on the right-hand side of your document. Review your results. You'll see a list of errors, warnings, tips, and/or intelligent services with how to fix recommendations for each. To easily address accessibility errors and warnings, select an issue to open, and you will get a recommended actions list. You can apply a one-click fix by selecting an action or select the arrow button next to the action for more options. So for this document, there are one error, there's a warning, and then there's 5 intelligent services issues. So if you click on the first arrow, missing alternative text, this one indicates that there's one error in the document. It's a picture. The picture will then be highlighted in your document so you know which one it's referring to, and you will press the drop-down arrow, and the recommended actions are to add a description or mark as decorative. So you would choose which action you would like to take. For this example, this image is not decorative, so it needs a description added. So you would click on that tab and you will get an alternative text box that you can then add your alternative text to. Once you have entered the description, you would click on this X and then it will disappear from your list because it's been resolved. And then you would just go through. Again, with the warning, this is a hard to read text contrast. You'll click on the actual sentence, it will highlight it so you know it's in the document, and then the recommended actions. And as you correct the errors, warnings, tips, or intelligent services, it will disappear and you will get a box that says there are no issues to be found. Microsoft Accessibility Checker is a great tool to use to ensure your content is easy for people with disabilities to read and edit.